Amazon's Product Opportunity Explorer is one of the most exciting and useful tools that a seller can use to get an unfair advantage on the seller marketplace. But most sellers don't even know where to find this tool, let alone how to use it properly. So today I sit down with Marc Piwko and we walk through step by step how to use Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer to get an unfair advantage selling on Amazon. This is part one of a two-part series. Let's get right into it.
The first thing we have to do usually is to enter a keyword, dog leash. And first of all, you'll see the table here, and it's described as customer need, and then you have the top search terms there. And if we scroll to the right, we do have quite a few columns. It's a little bit hard to work for them or with them, in my opinion, because you get, for example, a 360-day total search volume.
Even though these numbers are like more trustworthy than tracking tool, I would trust Amazon's more than those.
And here the most accurate search volume you're gonna get is this, right? The 90 days, and you could divide this by 3 and have an approximately 30-day volume, which is a good one. Talking about seasonality, right? You can see both last half year, which is growing in this case for dog leash, and then the growth in the last 90 days. That's the most accurate 30-day search volume you're gonna get in this view, basically. Next step for me in general would be to click on the search term I research, right? So if it's dog leash, I find dog leash under search terms, which is kind of a summary of what we were seeing before in a way. So these are the same things. This is how the dashboard starts, but let's start in the first tab.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that we always look at is like, what's the distribution? So like, is this a space where there's one or two products that get like 80% of all the sales because it's super brand specific and it's just dominated by one brand or two? Or is this a space where the sales are much more evenly distributed across products?
You can find similar information later on in the other tabs as well. It's also very interesting to look at the prices versus how their click share is doing. Because usually when you think about, optimizing your listing, you would usually say that with a higher price, it's harder to rank. But these guys, for example, with a higher price then is actually gaining the race of click share here. So for me, that was interesting to see also in this case.
One of the primary distinctions that is always missed, especially during a new brand launch by brand owners that we're working with, which is the top seller or are the top sellers doing well because of this or that factor or despite this or that factor?
So, here we go a little bit more granular, right, into the search volume of others. First thing I would mention here is high search conversion keywords, right, or search terms in this case, because those are the ones you might potentially want to target, because conversion rate is one of the influencing or highest influencing factors for ranking in the end. So if you're trying to rank and actually are successful in ranking for those high conversion keywords through converting on them, ultimately, you will be able to generate more sales and trigger that Amazon flywheel.
The best way to sort this that we always start with is just the total count of searches. As I scroll down, I should be getting more and more specific in the search terms. And then, as you said, Marc, you could look at the search conversion number to see how much actual intent there is behind that search term.
What's interesting, I was looking at short tail, so one word versus long tail. That didn't necessarily in this niche right now mean that always the long tail would have a higher conversion rate, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because generally, the more specific you get, it should be higher, but not always.
And I think there's a caveat for search conversion, because many times when we analyze conversion rate on a keyword level for a specific brand owner and their brand, we want to benchmark it across a category in some certain way, right? And we do tend to use brand metrics to benchmark across the category, but on a keyword level, we have no other way than looking at this. However, the way search conversion is reported here is not the same way we actually calculated. And I actually went into demand here before to see, hey, how exactly is Amazon calculating this? And you can click on it and it'll show you exactly how. You'll see search conversion, right? But you want to click see additional metric details, because where they share the details of how they measure. So it's the number of purchases of any product in this niche after a customer entered the search term and clicked on a product, divided by the total number of times customers entered the search terms. Conversions that are tracked across both mobile and desktop. So in the end is the orders divided by the search volume rather than the orders divided by the clicks, which is how we usually calculate conversion rate.
Yeah. What I like to look for too is, are they succeeding because of or despite of? So this is top clicked. That's a really important distinction because it's not top purchased, it's top clicked. What we're looking at here is basically the effectiveness of the thumbnail for that term.
By thumbnail, I'm not sure if everyone knows what thumbnail means or what we talk about when we refer to that.
When you're on Amazon, before you get to the listing, you see the thumbnail, which is just a miniaturized version of the listing that has the primary image, a title, the review count, the review rating, along with a review icon, the price, and any badges and coupons that you have. This is what determines whether you get clicked or not.
We're talking about PDP optimization, so notice Zesty Paws in this case, how they filled the full main image with a very colorful product. So they even designed the product packaging to fit as large as possible within the framework or within the formatting needed for a main image on Amazon.
Yeah, and you bet that that was intentional. They also have the primary search term in the image by writing it clearly on the package, which is a super powerful strategy that we use as well. They also have a super, bright and colorful packaging, which isn't always applicable. A lot of brands, you just can't do that, or it wouldn't help. All right, that was part 1 of our Product Opportunity Explorer tour. Stick around for part 2, where we go through new features of Product Opportunity Explorer, including purchase drivers, which lets you know which features are causing your customers to purchase or not purchase your product and your competitors' products, and much, much more. So I'll see you guys over at part 2.